Welcome back to TechKidFX for another price prediction update, and in this video I'll be giving you a price prediction update on Quantum, whose current price stands at the $175.9 mark, and here on TradingView the market is up by 1.5%. And in this video I want to give you the key scenarios that I expect to play out, basing my analysis on the Elliot wave structures and the Fibonacci's, and also the key areas of support and resistances, and also draw out any key chart patterns that you have information on this chart. And I'll kickstart the video by giving a brief of what has been happening here on this chart. Quantum from the all-time high has been seeing lower prices in this massive ABC corrective movement, taking us back to around the $41.2 mark, and after making that low we are seeing a very nice bounce to the upper side. And if I jump to the 4-hour chart for further analysis, here on the 4-hour chart you can see after making our low down there, we have been seeing a very nice bounce to the upper side, which has been obeying the Elliot wave structures, having this as the first wave to the upper side. Then we saw a retracement to the lower side in the formation of a wave 2, then a wave 3, then I'm expecting the formation of a wave 4, then continue pushing higher in the formation of a wave 5 to complete a higher Elliot wave count 1. And if I get a little bit into the details of the formation of this fractal wave that we have over here, so that it can also give us the key scenarios that we expect to play out. After making our high for that first wave, we have been seeing lower prices in the formation of a wave 2, and using the Fibonacci's we can get to see whether this wave 2 has done the minimum that we expect a wave 2 to do by retracing into the fib level 0.382 and the fib level 0.618, and I can use the Fibonacci's, connecting them from the low of the wave 1 to the high of that wave 1, and that gives me a minimum retracement area between the fib level 0.382 and the fib level 0.5, and I can mark that target area here on the charts like that. Then removing the Fibonacci's, you can see that Quantum retraced into that target area, and after making the low for that second wave we saw a very nice bounce to the upper side in the formation of a wave 3. And using the trend based Fibonacci we can also sketch out a target area to the upper side in the formation of that wave 3, using the trend based Fibonacci, connecting it from the low of the wave 1 to the high of that wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the low of the wave 2, and that gives me a minimum target area to the upper side at the fib level 1.618, and that lies at the $236.4 mark. And you can see from what we have here on this chart, Quantum made its high at around the $229 mark, meaning we didn't fully maximize the formation of that wave 3 by going to the fib level 1.618, but we are so close to that point here on the Fibonacci's, and that means there are high chances that the high for that wave 3 was in at around the $229 mark, and whatever we are seeing right now is a bit of a retracement to the lower side in the formation of a wave 4 in this movement that I have right here. And because the fourth wave is a retracement of the third wave, we can use the Fibonacci's once more, connecting them from the low of that wave 3 to the high of the wave 3, and that gives me a minimum retracement area between the fib level 0.382 and the fib level 0.618. And for this case I'll not be using the fib level 0.5 because I'm giving it a benefit of doubt to travel to the fib level 0.618, because I've not yet seen an ABC corrective movement play out over here. So I'm extending the Fibonacci's, the target area, back to around the fib level 0.618, so that we can give it room for that ABC corrective movement to play out. And you can see that my target area lies between the $174.5 mark and the $142.1 mark, and in this movement right here Quantum has retraced to a maximum of the $158.5 mark, and I still expect a bit of lower prices here on the Quantum chart in the formation of this wave 4, because I believe we have not yet seen the low for that second wave, and because the fourth wave is a corrective wave, we also expect to see an ABC corrective movement over here, and we have not yet seen such a structure. And whatever we have over here is the formation of a wave A, then a wave B, making our high at around the $195.8 mark. Then I'm expecting a bit of lower prices to maybe fully maximize this target area that I have drawn out over here by making a low below the low that we have at around the $158.6 mark. So once we make a new low over here within this target area, then I'll be confident that the low is in for that fourth wave to the lower side. Then I can expect the formation of a fifth wave to the upper side to complete that higher Elliot wave count 1 here on the quantum chart. And we can also sketch out a target area to the upper side in the formation of this fifth wave to the upper side using the trend based Fibonacci's. Since we have the target areas, the mark points for us to have that target area sketched out, and I just need to use the trend based Fibonacci, connecting it from the low of that wave 1 to the high of the wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the high of the wave 3, and that gives me a minimum target area to the upper side in the formation of that wave 5 at the fib level 0.618, and that is at around the $288.0 mark. So I'm expecting once we continue pushing higher after making the low for that fourth wave, we might be able to bounce back to around the $288.0 mark in the formation of a fifth wave. So let's be patient and see how that plays out. Also going back to the 1 hour chart so that we can see whether we have any chart pattern information. Here on the 1 hour chart you can see we have this channel that we are trading within, and this channel has been well respected here on the 1 hour chart, giving us more than 3 touch points, and at the moment we are trading at the lower side of the channel, and there is a possibility that in case quantum manages to break out of this channel to the lower side, I would expect to see a retest of that lower side of the channel once that plays out. And once the retest is a success, then lower prices could be coming our way and make a low below the $158 mark. And once that plays out, then I will start sketching out a movement to the upper side in the formation of a wave 5, because I'll be sure the low for that fourth wave is in, and my ABC corrective movement will also have played out. And there are also chances that maybe quantum might not be able to break out of the channel to the lower side, and we might continue trading within the channel to the upper side. And in case that plays out and we get maybe to the upper side of the channel once more, I'll still expect quantum to get back to the lower side and give us that breakout to the lower side in the formation of that wave C. And in case we see a movement to the upper side and maybe manage to break out of the channel once more, that is to the upper side, then in case that happens, then I'll have to sketch out an even more bullish movement and maybe restructure my Elliot wave structure right here and my ABC corrective movement. So let's be patient and see how that plays out. Also going back to the 4 hour chart so that we can also take a look at the indicators to see what movements will be supported here on the RSI. On the RSI we are trading at around the 48 mark, meaning we have massive room for us to support any movement to the upper side, and any movement to the lower side also will still be supported. Also taking a look at the MACD, here on the MACD we have printed a bearish cross, and that means no prices are coming our way. So we might be able to fully maximize my target area in the formation of our wave 4 before we continue pushing higher in the formation of our wave 5. And that's the update here on Quantum.